Whack. I was also, wasn't. Hello, we're back.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We're talking about what? What was that?
We don't need to introduce ourselves. They know.
Yeah, I wasn't. We're talking about. Why'd you cut me off? We're talking about what is the most important thing in an audio signal chain.
Mm-hmm.
The mic, the preamps, the console, the speakers, the room acoustics. We don't really talk about.
We are not including the source because that's not in our control.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Also, room acoustics. Because we're not all architects, we're gonna say that's not in our control either. But yeah, listen in and hopefully you like it.
Hey, bro, we're recording a podcast right now, and I need a topic. I need you to give me a topic.
A topic?
Yeah. And it can't be analog consoles live while using Super Rack.
Someone's doing that?
He did that at the Finding Conference.
With an interface, a big interface?
Yeah, he did it all.
You wild man.
Preamps, the validity of high-end preamps, just how useful it is.
What's the most important part of the chain? Is it the conversion, or is it the preamp, or is it the microphone?
Or the speakers.
Or is it the cable?
The source, yeah.
Actually, I think what's the most important thing in the chain is a really good discussion that could go on forever.
Okay, bro. Well, thank you for the advice. We'll give you a shout out as our resident topic expert.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, bro. We'll talk soon. See ya. Bye. Okay. That's a great. Close your laptop.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh! That was the most perfect one.
My ear is ringing now.
Yeah.
Nice. Today we want to talk about what is the most important part of the signal chain
in audio.
Not
What's
video.
The most important element?
For sure, not lighting.
Oh, good Lord. There's a lot to unpack here.
It's true. We might be getting into a 2-part series.
So the question is, all right, so we have...
I think it's the mic stand.
I think what this comes from is we have such different outputs, right, in quality of audio. But then we have all of these different factors that form the input.
Yes.
Of what actually comes out of the speakers.
Yes.
Including the speaker itself. And the speaker is part of the input. And it's figuring out, before it turns back to sonic energy.
Mm-hmm. So you have to differentiate. I think before we start talking about what's what, I think you have to understand what the goal is and what the goal is not.
Okay.
We kind of like in the 90s, for those of you who were alive in the 90s, I was a young kid, but when Pro Tools came out and they were like, the industry was like, finally we can control and manipulate audio in post. Yeah. And that's great. But then they realized that like they don't have to use consoles. There's not going to be any crosstalk between channels. There's not going to be any of that analog, nonsense, right? But then like they started recording, and then within a couple years, everyone is like, "Why are the tracks so sterile?
Why do they sound bad?
Why is there no vibe? That whole thing." So I think establishing that the goal is not like necessarily transparency. It's not flat. It's not like the goal is objective quality. I think.
Good.
Right?
Yeah. And stuff sounding good is like a very, I think the less experienced view it as more of a subjective topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the more experienced view it as an objective topic of like what is good and what is not.
Yeah.
And is that going to be heard, do you think?
It's fine.
Should we just restart?
I don't think so. Keith just collabed with me on a video, which is cute.
That's nice. Thanks, Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
So Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like there's the objective good in sound, and I think the biggest argument for those that would say, it's just art, like it can sound like whatever, it's as long as people like it.
Yeah.
My argument would just be like, okay, if you go on the radio or you go on Spotify and look at the categories, like, probably like 99% of music that's actually listened to is going to be represented in those categories. And all of those tracks sound very similar, or there's similar characteristics. So like if you have the skills,
Like from a sonic perspective,
From
not a music content.
from a sonic perspective, like even classical music, like there's objectively good and bad recordings.
Yeah.
Pop country, there's objectively good and then there's just bad. If it's not a certain objective thing, it's bad. And I think if you can't really understand what that objective thing is, you say, oh, it's subjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once you actually understand,
yeah, that's true. I think people do use that.
they're like,
They use like if we don't understand or don't maybe value the efforts of someone and what quality is. If we don't understand that, we just say everything's subjective.
Exactly.
And while in its most like pure form, maybe that's true, but in art, generally speaking, I think when you get past a certain point, good is good.
yeah, why
Right.
are Van Gogh's worth $50 million and my kid's art isn't worth anything?
Well, monetarily.
Yes, like
That's
monetary.
not a shade on any of Tom's children.
No,
Not a shade.
I
It's not
established
shade.
the currency that we were comparing when I said 50
Dollars.
million.
Got
Yes. And then I said, now in my heart, there's a significant value to their
That
art.
was all subtext.
Yes. Yes, to my punchline.
Yes, sorry.
No, the point is, art is good and bad.
Yes,
There is
agreed.
bad art, and just the.
For sure.
I think people coming to terms with that. It's so funny. I once was doing a training for somebody. I forget where I was. It was definitely at a church, and I was like, "What?" Okay, so if someone came back here to you, if the pastor came back here to you, or someone came back here to you that was in charge and said, "Hey, it sounds bad," what would you say back?
Go away.
Yes, that's what
No,
Brandon would do.
That's not true. That's not what I
Um,
say.
That's not what he would say.
I say you don't know what you're talking about. No.
Yes. I said, "What would you say back?" And he said, "Oh, well, I would just ask them, what do you want more of? Do you want more of this? You want more of that? Do you want? Is it not enough vocals? Is it not enough bass?"
Mm-hmm.
And, it was funny because like the other people in the group are like nodding, like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And in my head, I was thinking, no, it sounds bad. So
Yeah.
like, you need to know why it sounds bad.
Mm-hmm.
If it sounded really good, he would like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you go to a super high-end steak place, now if you're eating some fringe food,
Yeah.
we're listening to like Gregorian chant music, like calling that fringe food. It's like whatever. But like if we're talking about like normal worship music,
Like a Van Gogh of worship.
yes, it's like if it sounds good,
Yeah.
it should sound good. And I think you should just, if it sounds bad, I would say, "I'm sorry, I'll make it sound better, or I'll
Yeah.
try harder."
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Or I would say, "Hey, I'm
Well,
having a hard time with
I think
XYZ."
it's important to know that like everyone will not be happy. You're looking for the greatest possible majority of happy,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
So, and we're kind of getting off topic a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, what is good, right? The large 80%
We're
happy,
completely off.
70%
But yes.
happy, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are people in the world who don't like Van Goghs.
That's true.
They do exist, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all that to say, the objective good being like our goal.
The
Right.
goal. Yeah.
What is the most important part?
Yeah,
And let's-
describe objective good when
let's-
it comes to sources, because
Okay.
we're talking about the signal chain. So then start
Mhm.
describing what objective good
So
is.
if we had an A+ drummer, A+ band, all on the most wonderful instruments and you could, pick any mic, pick any preamp, pick any console, pick any speaker. Like, what's the single most important aspect of those choices between the mic, the preamp, console? We'll separate those because in the studio they're different.
Okay, yes, this is a good way to lay this out.
So mic, preamp, console or converter, or interface, and then output. So
let's talk in live sound terms first, and then we'll move to studio stuff because it gets a lot more complex in the studio.
There's a lot more options.
Yeah, a lot more options. Okay, so you have a all right. So all right, you have $1,000.
Ooh, why are we putting money restrictions on it?
Well, because what I'm trying to do is find out what you really think is the most important thing. So, okay, so if you could have a 10 out of 10 on one of those things, what would it be?
The mic.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
The mic. Because if all of the other factors are X32 level or below,
yeah, that's what's
you know that you're capturing as much as you can with the mic and the sound. You're like the first step, and that's why your mic selection is really important. Like, what's the goal for this and all that stuff. But
that record you heard with the cello?
Oh yeah.
X32 rack, Pre's.
Yeah.
I mean,
that are, I guess it's controversial, but they are the same as the M32 Pre's, guys.
Yes, you've mentioned that bitterly.
I don't until like Midas or Behringer comes out with a press release,
some type of like technical
and they're like
data.
long like paragraphs of content or of letter
difference between,
and then they
circuitry.
just tag me.
Yes, that's what we need.
Fine.
So yeah, I think I would agree. The only thing that threw me back, and again, I would have, well, I think the source itself is actually maybe even a little more important.
Out of our control. We've said, because most sound guys,
all right.
That's why we have the A-list drummer.
Mm-hmm.
A-list
Yeah. Oh yeah. A-list drummer. Yeah. You laid that out.
So
yeah,
obviously the source is great. I mean, and we're not talking about using K&M stands or onstage stands or those other ones, Ultimates. Yeah, those are not. I mean, and what cables you choose to use.
Yeah, that we're not putting those factors in.
Yeah.
The only thing is, okay, so what you're saying right now is you would take a pair of. See, that skill slides though. Even then, it slides.
What?
Okay, because what's the best overheads? Coles.
I mean, the best is relative, but I mean, yeah, if you could.
You're doing a worship thing, and Ish is playing.
Yeah, for sure.
Coles. Okay.
Coles, yeah.
So you would take Coles and an X32 and a
have before. Yes.
Yes, you would. That's wild. The mics were more valuable than the whole console.
For sure. X32 is like what, $1,800?
Yeah. So you would take Coles and an X32 and a QSC KLA PA.
You make that slap.
Yeah, that's true. With enough subs.
With enough of them.
Yeah.
But you can't. At
Well,
a certain point,
they start pointing at the ground.
at a certain point, they're a fixed array.
You know,
so
I've had thoughts of just putting more just to
you
get
put
more
four,
punch.
Four, like if you put four together, the bottom box is like basically vertical. And if you do five, it's beyond vertical.
See, but what you could do is then do this.
Yeah. And then like
throw this ungodly amount of sound at the ceiling.
Yeah. Then you can't hang it, but it's fine.
Oh,
then
dude.
you need a structure to
That
mount
is
it
so
to.
funny. 4 is the maximum with those. Okay.
I did an array. I did an install a few 8 years ago with 2 of the subs
at top
with four tops aside, and it was
That's
really. I was pleasantly surprised.
at low volumes.
Yeah, you run
medium volumes at like 80 dB.
Hotter than that, but yeah, you run into their ceiling real quick.
The subs start to go.
Hello.
They're like, I don't
I'm
like
working
this.
hard.
This is too much for me. I need a break. We're union.
We're a union.
Yeah. So the
Only a person from Chicago.
they're
would say
union
that.
subs, dude. They're union subs. Okay. Yeah. I think I would agree with you though. I mean, I don't know. The only thing I would say on that scale is like I think I would take a pair of I think I would take a pair of the SE Electronics ones
Ooh.
on top and have
on-
Digico everything else.
Oh, really?
Digico and L Acoustics and a pair of SEs instead of Coles and an X32 and now I'm swinging multiple pieces against it.
Vastly opposed to that.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Because
So you have a
here's
room.
the problem. Here's the problem. You can't if the mic isn't right, everything downstream is always going to be trying to make up for that not being right the whole time. So like even if you're running through amazing pre's and have an amazing console, like if your mic isn't right, you experience this when you put a 57 on the kick drum. It can work, but there's just things that it doesn't do well.
Sounds like this. That's
You
the
know?
problem.
So
yeah.
I think if it's me, and I've done a lot of records,
That's
a
not
lot of
true.
live recordings,
That's not true.
lots of live recordings. And
All right,
have had-
Mr. Trump.
Oh yes. And
Everyone agrees. I've done lots.
no, I'm
They're
saying
good records.
they're-
No one's questioning that.
that's certainly not true.
I'm joking.
Some are not great records.
They're all
But-
great, I'm sure.
Anyway,
Make your point.
the most important thing, in my opinion, is having the right microphone. By far,
Yeah.
everything downstream is going to be feeling that. Going to be feeling it. If you know what you're listening for, everything downstream is going to be trying to catch up to the fact that you didn't have the right capture.
Have you ever listened to Rupert and Eve talk?
No,
So I have this strange
Maybe
thing.
I
If
have.
I'm having like a very quiet day, which like never happens,
I just had to drink out of my microphone.
I did that on one of our first episodes. Remember that? I did that on one of our no on the David Funk one.
Oh yeah,
I tried to drink from the
I remember
microphone.
that.
I was like this with the handheld.
we had the handheld. Yeah,
The
that's fun.
handheld
Okay,
threw me off.
Rupert and Eve
Sorry.
talking.
So Rupert
I'll
and
just do
Eve.
this.
Yeah. Oh God. Rupert and Eve has like the best voice.
Mm.
It's like it'll put you to sleep. So sometimes I'll listen
And
to
he's
videos
British.
of him
He's
talking.
British.
Yes. And it's just really interesting listening to him talk, and also his voice is super relaxing.
Olympia. Tom, turn off Rupert. Turn him off. Go to sleep.
Rupert and Eve, just go to bed. Stop with that. So the point is, he talks on. He's doing something with like sound on sound, or I forget what it is, but he said he's talking just about like audio in general. And he kind of makes a similar point. He's just like, if you can get a quality microphone
Yeah.
on a source in the right position,
Mm-hmm.
everything should be pretty workable.
Yeah. See, this is the analogy I was thinking of.
He said a microphone with minimal distortion.
Yeah.
That's all he said, minimal distortion.
So, okay. Imagine your ears are the mic. Your brain and the way you interpret what you hear is everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't hear it, it doesn't matter what is coming after that in the chain.
Totally.
It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. So
It's
that's why I
the
picked
intake point, and
Yeah.
I get the fidelity of that matters.
I
Yeah.
still don't think an SE V7 on any console will sound great.
Not the V7. I wasn't talking about the V7s.
You said
but-
SE Electronics.
Yeah, that's not the only mic they make, brother. The V4000s or whatever they have on overheads. They're not great. They're not great.
They do make one ribbon mic that sounds good on guitars.
They do, yes. It's called like the Voodoo or something.
Mm.
It
I
has
used
some
one-
like voodoo-ish name.
I used one with that on one amp with a 57, and then the other amp was a 121 Royer with a 57. And then the producer picked the 57s.
Yeah, the Paramore guy was a big like sponsor of that or something.
That's cool.
when I learned about that. But
Yeah.
that's interesting. The 57s you typically win. It's very strange how that happens.
Except on kick drums.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
I've been doing a lot of Jim Halpert looks in this episode. I just look at the camera. I don't know why.
The referee, so coaching my son's soccer game last Tuesday, the referee is just on the phone on the sideline, and I'm coaching. Now, the week before, the referee doesn't show up. So I'm keeping time on my phone, like officiating.
How old
this
is
game.
your son, first of all?
5.
He's 5. Okay.
Yeah, but these are intense games. All right.
Okay. It's bunch ball, pick a goal. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But
I've ever said to Joel, I was like, "Hey, bro, score a goal, not in your own goal, no own goals."
Yeah, I actually. They need to be reminded of that. The point is, it was just hilarious. The ref was on the sideline this past week, and I was already traumatized about there being no ref because I felt a lot of pressure, and
It's just so hilarious.
and the ref is on the sideline, like talking on the phone. He's wearing like this bright yellow thing, and he turns around, and I swear it was Dwight Schrute. I was like, it's Dwight.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he kind of behaved like him too.
I've never seen you angry, but I can imagine that Tom Angry is going to be at one of those soccer games.
Oh, dude, yeah, I can get pretty mad.
Especially if the ref didn't show up.
Yeah, I pride myself on being pretty, I just kind of go up, like excited, and then here. Excited, that's kind of how I roll.
Never sad.
Never really sad, yeah.
Until that, never mind.
If I'm feeling really sad, I go to sleep. Because I know when I wake up, I'll feel better.
Yeah, it's funny.
Look,
I need to guys.
If I'm really not feeling good, if I'm like taking random naps, you just come talk to me. Okay, so what were we talking about? Dang it. Okay.
You said so Mike's selection.
Oh yeah, Mike's selection.
Yes.
So yeah, all I was going to get into was, I guess a question would be, okay, so if the microphone is the most important thing, the pop filter is ultimately the most important thing. If the mic is really the most important thing, let's just share with everyone on a basic contemporary worship setup, what is your selection of choice? Mm-hmm. And then I want to talk about your selection of choice on the other pieces and what you would stay away from.
So kick drum, it's really hard, honestly. Okay.
How is kick hard?
So it's not. It's really not hard. I love, if I could pick one kick mic, a lot of people use 2. It's fine if you use 2. I use 2. We have 2 at Upper Room. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Beta 91, not the SM91, not the same mic. Not at all the same mic. Beta 91 inside.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing.
If you have to pick an out mic, honestly, I don't mind. There's a lot of out mics that I'm kind of indifferent on because I think
they're all just doing this.
The 91, no, the 91 is so good. I feel like it's so good that it does everything that you need.
Yeah.
The D6 is, I think, really good. I like the tone of it. I don't like the 902 Sennheiser. I'm not a fan of the 902, and then I don't like the Beta 52. That's
you mean
my
the
taste.
E901?
No, not the 901. The 902. It's the
kick in. Do you like the Sennheiser E901?
I haven't used them enough because everyone uses the Beta.
Fantastic. It's here's my take. I'm not reading it, so if I'm correct, great.
We're guessing.
What I hear, they're already scooped. The Boundary mics, they're pretty scooped.
Yeah,
very scooped.
Yeah.
The peak on the 91 sounds to me like it's around 3K. The 3 to 5, somewhere in there.
901's way higher.
Yes. Yeah. 901's like 8.5.
That's why I don't like it.
Correct, because that's not the type of kick that you do.
That's not the type of kick I do.
Yeah, yours are generally more.
Mine are generally more.
Yes, you get it. And the D6, actually, that's probably similar to the E901's really like.
Yeah.
Click. If I was mixing for like the way I feel data remember, that's what I want.
Most Sennheiser microphones are like
most
that.
of them. Yes.
Except like all the E series, I feel like are like that.
Yep.
The 901, 902, the 904 Tom mics, I feel like they all do the same thing.
Do you like those?
I don't. I've used them a few times, but when I've used them, they're fine. They're like a more hyped version of a D2.
Yeah.
D4.
D2 is just more balanced. It has the same scoop. It's just more or less.
It's less top end, which is
I
fine.
think the low end on the Audix is a little better, though. I think so.
Well, anyway, if I had to pick, so moving on to snare, it's like a 545 or 57 on top, like it's what we all use, know. And I did go through a season like 6 years ago where I was using an M80 on snare top, the Telefunken. And it's cool.
When will we arrive at something else?
We
will
won't.
it ever happen?
No, it's called the black hole of the 57.
Dude.
Because the 545 is a 57 with a slightly different curve. And it's a same dynamic range, everything else.
But how does that behave with the hi-hat? Does it introduce any additional issues with bleed?
I've never noticed it. I mean,
just my thing is why? Why is it the only microphone that we can really use?
I think.
Why? Why is it so much better?
It does what it does, and every other mic is trying to do that, but differently. And I think that, like, the M80
it's 100 years old, that microphone.
It's not 100 years old. It's got to be at least 65 years old. Convenient. You have your laptop. Ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT.
All right.
We'll see what he, she, they has to say. Which voice are you using now?
I had to South African one for a while.
Oh, yeah.
What year was the Shure SM57 designed? What year was the Shure SM57 made?
The Shure SM57 was first introduced in 1965. It's been a staple in the audio industry ever since.
We know.
Wait. Absolutely.
Honestly, that voice is nice. That voice is nice.
I think it's the
So
most
1965.
tame one.
That makes complete sense to me. Because I remember before that, like, I wasn't around, but I remember watching old videos. Like, you have the silver 421s, silver Sennheisers that are around before that, and then you have, like,
You and Nikola Tesla were going to shows, checking those out.
Yeah. Yep. We got to have Randy on the podcast because I made a joke one time.
About time travel?
No, I asked him, hey, Randy, do you still have the audio files from the Sermon on the Mount? And he goes, no, you moron. We use tape. It's like the best response.
They cut Jesus to tape.
Yeah. Live edits.
Live edits? That's wild, dude. That's insane.
Whatever, like the glue that they used.
Dude, that would have been crazy. Yeah, have you ever thought of that? Like, what if Christ's first coming was during a time that, like...
technology existed?
Yeah, there was no technology. I haven't thought of that. I'd never thought of that.
It probably would have been.
Yeah, it would have reduced the requirement for... There would be no requirement for faith. That's why. Like, if there was...
Solve that one, God.
Yeah.
Got it.
God, right here. I got you. It's nothing. I got
okay.
it. This is easy for me.
Ugh.
Oh, great. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. Moving on to Tom's 421s. I love. If I use them all the time for, like, recordings and stuff, but I don't know.
421s are the best.
I don't know if they're the best.
Why are they so much better?
I don't know that they're the best.
What's better?
Audio-Technica made these ATM 25s that are awesome.
I've never used them.
They are. I think I like them more.
Did you use those for the Watermark record?
Maybe. I think so. They're
I remember seeing something.
Yeah,
weird
they're different. Anyway. They're great. They're a little bit more attack heavy, but it's not like bright attack. It's like
nice.
It's nice attack, and it's a little bit more beefy.
Mm.
So the 421s are great. ATM 25s are great. Also, Josephson makes their, like, super rare mics, like super expensive, like, condenser tom mics that sound awesome.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Kirpsek and Lee are into that brand.
Josephson?
No, it's another brand.
Oh,
what are those? I figured you would know.
I probably have heard of them.
Yeah, I'll pull it up while we're talking.
Roland?
No, not Roland.
The triggers. Come on. That's a joke. No.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
That's a sound guy joke. No one
So
gets it.
the one I was gonna, the only take I had on that was, I think, you didn't. Did you cover overheads?
No, we haven't. We're just at Tom's.
Yeah. The only other thing I would say about the Toms is, Paramore's drummer, Paramore's front of house guy. I used to be really into Paramore, by the way. And
They're great.
yeah, they're fantastic. I saw them live. Aaron Gillespie played for their title record tour, which was cool. And on that tour, he played. It was this video. Tyler Lawton.
Oh,
Lawton Audio. Yeah, he was really into those.
so I've never used them. Lawton, if you want to send me a demo pack, I'll be down. I'll be down to test it.
We'll try them for free.
Yeah. No one's ever sent me demo anything, so I'm just saying it.
Yeah,
'cause it sounds fun.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I've heard really good things about Lawton. So I don't know. I would like to. I'd like to try them. I hope they're good.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yep.
Those guys are great engineers. The thing you just made me think of was, Paramore. So on that tour, now obviously this is Aaron Gillespie. These are like all kick drums that he's playing. Huge freaking toms.
Here's my kick drum, and then my rack kick drum, and then my floor kick drum.
He was just playing like a giant
And then my
George
second-
of the Jungle.
my second
setup,
floor
dude.
kick drum with my roto kick drums.
The guy who's playing with giant mouths. No, yeah, the drum set was huge. It was a Truth Drums. Remember when that was like a thing?
I remember.
Yeah.
We should come out with a competitor called False.
So dumb.
That's the worst joke. Sorry.
False. So, yeah, he had D6s on everything,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and it sounded sick. Live, dude. This guy I know because I like read a thing about the tour afterwards because I was blown back by the front of house mix. The guy.
Was that loud?
No, it was
You
fantastic.
said you were blown back.
No.
Okay.
Dang it. He was mixing on a Midas.
Guys, come on. That's easy pickings right there. Okay.
He was mixing on a Midas Pro 1.
Okay.
That's it. This is like no waves, no nothing.
That's a tiny little console.
Dude, Midas Pro 1 for this tour.
Yeah.
There's some big rooms, like
Yeah.
really big rooms.
That's hilariously small.
Dude,
Like you roll up with a very small desk. I mixed on a Pro 1 once.
mm-hmm.
It was horrible because all the faders didn't work. You had to use the mouse.
the
trackball.
motors, dude, the motors and
It was crazy.
in Midas in that series, they were special.
Not just the motors, the patching. The sound was ridiculous.
The
So
sound
good.
was so good.
So good.
Everything sounds
But
good.
all the patching, all the UI, everything. Crap.
You know what? I'm going to
Crap,
put a
crap, crap,
statement
crap,
out
crap,
there.
crap,
I'm going to
crap,
put a
crap.
statement out there.
Yeah.
Midas, from a historical view of digital and live audio, what?
It's just
Midas,
I had a phrase in my head, but I didn't say it.
Midas has had the best sounding consoles, I think. It from a historical view, because like, here's the thing: the difference between like Digico and Avid and Midas, at least from the feel I've had multiple times that I went into Midas pre's, and everything just sounded good out of the gate. For some reason, it just sounds good already. Like you just do basic stuff. And I heard people talk about that, like Mick Hughes, the Metallica guy, talked about some of that. And I was like, no way. Like, it doesn't work that way. That's not how audio is.
But in fact, it is. Dude. It is.
It kind of is. Like, but I mean, that kind of segues into like the pre's thing, because obviously the pre's. So before we talk about the consoles, let's talk about the pre's. What pre's would you?
We're done
take?
talking about mics on overheads. 'Cause I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, I said the Coles. Yeah, what else?
Well, I don't know. Just Coles.
Coles.
414s, the old ones though.
Yeah. All right. I
have-
just saw just now that a pair of 414s is $2,500 now. Didn't they used to be like $600 a piece?
414s?
Yes.
No.
maybe 800.
They were never that cheap.
I think we argued about this once.
They were never that cheap.
Okay.
Maybe if you had like a dealer discount of some kind.
No, I didn't.
But
so other than those two pairs, what else?
451s are great. AKG. They're small diaphragm, but they sound really good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
used to own some of those.
Yeah, there's anything large diaphragm, I think, is my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Gibson says that he likes the 451s, and they are good, but I've not, I mean, in my mixing career, if I have control over what mics they use, it's always like a large diaphragm condenser.
Yeah.
But I think he doesn't mix drums the way I mix drums.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not using, I don't think he's using like the skin sound as much as I do on the overheads, but that's probably why.
Yeah.
But they're like ultra smooth top end. It's awesome. The 451s sound great on acoustics.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And get
Pair of those.
electric guitar. Yeah.
And electric guitar.
Oh yeah, everything. It's great.
Overheads, I'm not gonna lie, some of the like coolest drum sounds I've heard, this is like in shows where it was just like more creative and stuff. Dude, KSM 32s, not bad. You don't like them?
Yeah.
You just went,
Yeah.
Hmm.
We used to have those before we got the 414s at Upper Room. Yep.
Really?
They were great.
I
Yep.
think KSM 32s,
For the money?
the top,
Absolutely.
the top end, it doesn't have that like air extension, but the top end around like 10, 11, 12, 13K is like smooth and good for cymbals, I think.
Yeah.
You just shelf how much you want, and then it's like, voila.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
That's how I feel about it. I mentioned the SEs. I thought I liked SE Electronics microphones for a little bit. I did. I thought I liked them because I got the V7 and I was singing on...
You were singing?
No, I didn't know... I didn't know what I was doing in the first place, and that was the main issue. But I was struggling with harshness.
Yeah.
And the reason I was struggling with harshness, now understanding, is because I was cutting too much low end. That's why. But in retrospect, that was definitely the problem. But I was struggling with harshness, so I was like, I tried the V7, and it's just dark. And I was like, oh, this one's better, because it like solved the problem for me. And then I tried their overheads, which are called like 4000s or something.
I don't know anything about V7.
All I would say is I wouldn't do it again. It's not good.
I think for the money, if you have no money, if that's a real problem, then yes. But even that, like I would probably do the Audix drum mic pack, which is like $800.
I would get
And
those
you get
Audix small diaphragms.
All of the drum mics, all of them are mic'd after that.
It's quite a...
I don't think it's $800. It might be more than that, but
regardless,
it's very cheap.
I would, in retrospect, I would probably take those. The 4000s were just so dark. They were so dark, and I was like, you start boosting, it's just Now for overheads, obviously, we typically darken them a lot
because we use them prevalently.
Yeah. So maybe how I mix now, it would be different, but like, CT, I think they still have those. And
the SEs?
Yeah. And I mean, last time I was there, it felt pretty good, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to preamps.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip right past all the other instruments. And then
we don't really put mics. All right, just tell me your favorite vocal mic.
Depends. I mean, dude, that Beta 58's a great option.
Beta 58.
Yeah.
What? We've argued about this before.
I think the S58.
I think they're horrendous.
The SM and Beta are for someone who has good mic technique. I think they're great.
I had Andrea on that. SM58 last night.
Yeah, but
Fantastic.
yeah, it does all those things you want without it, and you can really compress it. And
That's
and
true.
it feels, I think the issue, that's not my answer, right? But a 105 is great. Those Earthworks ones, the SR 117, I don't think I like them quite as much as like a de facto, the 4018V or VL. I don't know.
The de facto.
DPA's model numbers are hilariously hard to memorize.
Yeah, just the DPA.
Yeah.
You guys know what we mean. The DPA.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
But yeah, like I think just like if you had no other options and then you had a 58 because it's the most accessible microphone on earth,
You can slay.
it will sound awesome. Like, like it does everything you need it to do. You just got to know kind of, you don't even have to know how to control it. You just have to know where to put your high pass filter. And that's really it. It's like, and it'll sound good.
I think the big factor, if guys don't have a multiband, at least this is my take. If you don't have a multiband on that upper mid,
Yeah.
it can be tough with the 58.
But that's where you get like the rock show sound,
Exactly.
which is kind of cool.
Some guys,
I sound like Lee. I sound like Lee.
Yeah. It's not live enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
For a worship, application, I'm
Sorry,
super
we're
down.
not live enough for you, Lee.
I'm just saying. No,
We're in post.
there's, in the studio, this is a completely different conversation.
Have it.
No, it is. It's like,
Yeah.
there's a million microphones that all sound really good.
So you still didn't say your top two. You cut out the top two microphones.
For what? For,
Vocals.
I mean, a 105 and,
The Neumann 105 is what he's
Yeah.
referring to here.
KMS 105. That's great.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I want the
you getting bored of it at all?
I am. I wanted to say that. But it's
I-
like, I'm like, man,
Okay.
I don't know. I
Let
don't
me-
know. I feel like because we've had a 58 on for like a month at Upper Room, maybe a little more than a month because we're getting other ones fixed and whatever else. And it's just been refreshing.
Yeah,
It's
hearing
refreshing.
a different vocal sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me share my take on these microphones.
Please share your take on these
Okay.
microphones.
So a 105 sounds like this. It sounds like
It sounds like a snake choking.
yeah, it sounds like this. You have like this like silky, smooth.
That was not silky at all.
Yeah, no, like there's nothing like harsh, and there's a lot of air and top end up there. But then like an 87 or something like that sounds like
Oh yeah.
there's like a bright at the top,
Yeah.
and which I don't like in live sound generally. But then a 58 is like this. Exactly. It's like, and I think, I mean, you have to say that's pretty accurate. What I just,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I would say the de facto sounds like nothing. Sounds like nothing. It doesn't sound like any of those things. All I would say is the low end sounds like, it sounds like really, it sounds like really warm down there. Other than that, like, how would you describe how it sounds? It sounds like it's just a high fidelity microphone that is transparent.
It's very, for sure, high fidelity. Yeah.
You think there's
I
a
think
real
there's-
sound to it?
No, I don't think so. I think the defining characteristic of it, I mean, the Neumann has a lot of low end too.
Yes.
But I think the way it does top end is great. If you could
Neumann.
if you could merge different frequency responses from each of these mics,
The DPA's low end with the KMS.
and the 58's mid range.
We are making the Thanos microphone.
yeah. But anyway, the nice part about all that is that like you can't have really nice top end and have like a really full, like you have something else
Mid-range.
has to be sacrificed.
Yeah. I like the darker mid range personally because it's just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
done.
Okay, let's talk about preamps.
All right.
Preamps.
Mixing consoles.
45 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Mixing console. Let's talk live pre's and then studio pre's. What's your top 3 in live? And which one's bad?
I mean, Digico 32-bit pre's are pretty great. Minus DL 251.
Yes,
That's great.
The OG, great.
It's great. And I don't know. All of these digital consoles are made to like make the preamp less of a factor. You know, it's like
Yeah,
because
it's
you
so
can use like on the
confusing.
Avid, you can use heat,
All that heat.
the heat, which is cool.
What
It's a
in
cool.
the world is that?
It's like
though?
saturation.
It's just digital. Yeah.
It's saturation.
Yeah.
It works. It does the job. You know, if you use it right. It's like the digitubes on Digico. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, same idea.
Same concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing happening in the physical preamp when you do that.
No.
It's all digital. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. If there is, someone exposed me to a whole new world of thought, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. Like the Digico one sounds great. The Midas, obviously, it sounds great. It's hard to beat those. That 251.
You would you take those both over SSL?
SSL?
SSL.
SSL has never been known for the amazing quality of their preamps. They're known for like
their EQs.
their like the way that their
compressors and
the channel strips work. You know,
Mhm.
like that's why like anyone who has like a 9000J or a 4000G or whatever in the studio, they're all using like Neve pre's outboard. They're
yeah.
never using
the actual
onboard
pre's.
console pre's because they're kind of like
Yeah, they don't sell
they're not like
pre's.
they're not they do sell pre's, but like they're not like flavorless. I mean, they have a sound, but it's just not like it's just
super clean and British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I mean, it is clean, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
I
the
want to
British,
hear
the British in the sense of like at the beginning, they were just trying to make the most high fidelity stuff.
hmm
That was the goal.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're gonna. I would love to work on a Ravage and use the Neve pre's that they make. I think
I've
that might
done
be
so.
the one that takes third place.
I did. I've done that before,
Mhm.
and I think Yamaha with this go around, they who's breaking in? What's up, Nick? I think Yamaha on this go around with Ravage, they slayed it. I
Yeah.
think they did really well.
I
It's
wanna
not
try one.
tough. It's not tough to get things where they need to be.
And
Especially
they have like the
with
silk
those.
button and everything
The
else.
silk is actually nice.
Mm-hmm.
I messed with it
Yeah.
quite a bit.
It's a button, right? Or is it a knob?
No, it's a knob, and you have blue silk and you
Yeah,
have red,
red
silk.
silk, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting. Okay, yeah, I think
Tom, what are you doing? I'm pushing the silk button? What are you
Yeah, I
doing?
was just messing with the silk, dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably in similar order to you. I think, I don't know, dude. After 2 weeks ago, hearing Yamahas and hearing all this other stuff lately, and then going in and hearing the SSL, I'm sorry, the
S6L?
Avids,
Yeah.
the Avids, they sound pretty good.
They do sound great. They're just clean.
Yeah, it's very, very clean. I almost wish, I wish what we said, what you mentioned in that we in our last podcast, having something with more flavor on S6L. Sorry, I'm gonna riff off of that point you made. If
From 2 weeks ago.
if Avid made a intro market product that was like $8,000 to like around LV1 price, like let's say $10,000,
Mm-hmm.
a thing that could do like 64 channels somehow.
Yeah, like LV1.
Yes, but you bought it in pieces like LV1, and the stage boxes were just chassis. And then you could spend as much as you wanted on the pre's.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone had to get in, but it's pretty much Pro Tools in a live console, just like LV1. That would change. That's everything that everyone wants.
Yeah. They maybe did kind of miss the market on Like-
Their lower tier S6L stuff was a disaster. Where have you seen one?
SC48.
No. Once they dropped the profile,
Mm-hmm.
they went S6L
No, so
only.
yes.
Once they have like the small S6L that's still like $1 million.
Yeah.
The small S6L.
Yeah. The 24C or whatever.
Have you
it is.
seen one in the
Yeah.
wild?
Uh-huh.
I've seen two.
I used one at this Randy Clark event that Nick played at.
I'm sure the bass sounded perfect.
the small chassis SXL. The whole idea of that is like that's just a controller
Of one ecosystem, just like D-Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't you think that if it was like a Surface, just like what they're doing with LV1, but forget Waves, make it Pro Tools.
Yeah.
And it's fully VST, like you said, but it's like a small format, that would break the whole market, dude. They would crush Waves. They could.
I don't know if they'd crush Waves. I don't think Avid's as big as Waves is, but as a company. But all that to say, I think Avid's bigger. Or no,
Yeah.
excuse me. I think Waves is bigger as a company.
They're comparable.
But anyway, for me, I don't think it's not about necessarily making the lowest common denominator product, right? Like where it's like the most accessible. I think it's making the best because they're not in the market of making anything that's $10,000. So like,
yeah.
and it's certainly not anything that like an LV1 Classic that's $10,000 and has 24 or 16 on the actual unit itself plus 8 or 16 outputs. It might be 8 or 16. I can't remember.
See,
So 16 pre's and then 8 or 16 outputs.
8
It's,
outputs
is it 8?
on the back.
Yeah.
It might be
And
12
it sounds
actually.
great. And it sounds great. And it's 128 channels, right? So like it's 64 stereo channels.
Yeah.
128 inputs if you need it. That's not what Avid's doing. That's like
Yeah, I know they're not.
They're doing something completely
but
different
it's
for
a
like
wide open end zone. Maybe
for
just
the-
supply chain. They're just not into that because that's just a supply chain thing.
I think they just have a really small R&D team and they can do one project at a time.
they should hire us.
That's
Because here's my question for you. LV1, we're the biggest fans in the world.
we are.
Maybe literally. But at the same time, if you could have LV1 interface or you could have Pro Tools turned into faders and stuff
Yeah. They'll
in
tell
a
you that's
simplified
what,
form.
They'll tell you that's what Venue is though. And I don't really agree.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even a consistent Pro Tools. I almost said avid Pro Tools user, a consistent Pro Tools user, and I know it's not. But my point is, if it was somehow in that small form factor, the reason I bring it to this, and it's like, oh, well, they're not in that market, is fine, but. We can do anything with an LV1 Classic. There is no show that we can't do with 2 cascaded LV1 Classics. There's no show.
Do they cascade?
We can cascade them.
I mean, could you? Do we cascade
No,
them?
in the
Yes?
sense of like, say we were doing the Grammys.
Oh,
we
yeah,
get
yeah.
3 LV1 Classics.
And you just-
everything's patched in, and it all just subs to this one. You know, and it's matrices going out. We could do any event with LV1 Classics. And I mean, even the Grammys, it's like with scene changes, you would probably end up just using one, and it
I don't-
changes pre's.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
it-
I don't know. The scene change thing on LV1 is interesting. They need to have a crossfade function. I mean, come on.
That's very low hanging fruit waves. The
Very
fact that
low-hanging
like my M7CL
From
had that
2004.
from like I was like just
How
hitting
long do you want
puberty
the
and I was
crossfade to
doing
be?
these.
Yes.
Yeah.
16 seconds.
Yeah, those I made some substantial fades.
Yeah.
But okay, but I'm with you. Avid, I think Avid's up there for me, but Digico, I think nowadays with what's actually out there, Digico. I heard that the SSL recently, and it sounded good. I wouldn't say I was like, ah!
Honestly, the thing that makes the SSLs feel so good is the fader function and the desk functions.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the preamp quality.
Yeah.
The way that they're like, it's either Dante or Matty, and it's very
consoles are
very
well
good.
thought through.
They're very well thought through.
Yeah.
Pretty stable. I know that Watermark had like the first one, and they had some stability issues with it.
Yeah.
But like that's all been worked out, and that's cool. Like I would love to use more like L650s or whatever, or 550s with the big one.
L6, L500s. There's no 6. It's
Or
just
whatever.
L500s. Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
model names. Come on.
There's a lot out there.
Or just
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, and so okay, and then I guess we talked about PAs.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. A lot of good options there. But I think overall, microphones are definitely probably the most important thing.
They are.
We can probably conclude with that.
Not because
you
of
know.
me, but because of Rupert Neve.
Yeah,
He's the
Rupert
trump
Neve
card.
said so, and when someone says something, the way he said it, he was like, because there's minimal distortion. And I was like,
It sounded like Saruman. Or no, Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Minimal distortion.
Anakin.
Yeah.
I
Do it.
do unlimited power. Yeah.
Do it.
What a ridiculous line. Do it. Wow. You derailed me with that. Yeah.
Just do it.
I think all in all, everything's important. If you're gonna invest in one thing, start with the right microphones.
It's all important.
Yeah, everything's important. Everything's important. Well, and then this is the thing to be said at the end. If everything is correct, then you really know what the problem is. If things don't sound right.
It's always the source.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it usually is.
No.
You know, if the source is good and everything else is right,
Yeah.
you're doing too much. You know, very minimal. I've heard really good mixes that had very minimal processing.
Yep. All those like what I think it was Vance Powell produces Chris Stapleton.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those like the Tennessee Whiskey album
Yeah.
is kick drum, all the drum sounds, kick drum and 2 overheads and some rooms.
Dude,
And it sounds ridiculous.
you ever done Glenn Johns?
Oh yeah, with the mic down here and
It works. You get an interesting picture.
mhm.
And then if you do there's a lot of ways. Its interaction with the cymbals is interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, lots of fun.
Anyway. It's good.
Catch you guys soon.